The following video contains spoilers from Power Season 6, but does not spoil Power Book 2 Ghost. So, let's talk about it!
What's up, y'all? So today, we're gonna talk about a show that was somehow the least and most anticipated show to come out in 2020. Power Book 2 had a damn near impossible task. I mean, after watching Ghost, who is hands down one of my favorite characters in television history, get gunned down by Tweedledum and Tweedleidiot, and then you're gonna tell me that these same two idiots were getting their own spin-off. I think it's safe to say that I did not have the best reaction to the whole situation. I'm not the only one who felt this way. Basically, anyone who watched Power and watched the series finale, I can sum up their reaction to being, well, I'm canceling my subscription. Stars can kiss my ass. Yeah, no one was really quite thrilled about it. But after some time has passed and I watched the first trailer, I was genuinely curious to see what Courtney Kemp and 50 Cent have to offer. And based on what I've seen with this first episode, this show committed that damn near impossible task. I mean, Courtney, you do realize that your show and your writing has basically got me like, just when I thought that I was out, she pulls me back in. So, the first thing we should talk about is public enemy number one, Tariq St. Patrick. Never in my life have I seen a child character hated to this magnitude since Joffrey from Game of Thrones. And how hated was Joffrey? I've never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones, and I knew everybody hated this kid. So yeah, Courtney Kemp had a lot of work and a lot of character building to do to make Tariq at least somewhat likable. And I'm gonna be completely honest and say that after this first episode, she's on the step in the right direction. The best thing that you can do for your character who is young, spoiled, completely unlikable, and is the main character on your spin-off show is literally throw everything at him but the kitchen sink. In this episode alone, Tariq's plate was more full than me after dinner at Golden Corral on a Saturday night. I mean, between school, drugs, mom's in jail, inheritance is on hold, and dealing with the psychological damages of murdering your own father? The fact that this boy is able to smile at all is a miracle. I tell y'all, in this episode, Tariq ran more than Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happiness. And I feel bad for his nosy grandma. She just wants to know what's going on. And then there's Yaz, who gets older every time I see her on screen, looking at her brother like, Tariq, when's mommy coming home? And I'm just looking at her, surprised that she even has lines at all. I mean, weren't you a baby when this whole series started and this whole thing takes place over a year? But all jokes aside, that even though it is the first episode, I really do look forward to see what they do with Tariq's character. But I pray to the writers of Power Book 2 Ghost, do not mess this up. And now the public enemy number two, Miss Tasha Tasha Green. Yeah, I still feel no sympathy for this woman. You can show her crying in her jail cell over 1,000 times and I still wouldn't care. To be honest, I stopped caring for Tasha after season 4. But I gotta give her this. By the end of this episode, I gotta admit, karma is whooping this woman's tail, which made me laugh so hard in my first, second, and third viewing. Now, I may not like Tasha, but I can't stand Cooper Saxe. Now, how this dude survived for 6 seasons is beyond me. He is by far one of the worst cops in television history. Side note, I do know that he actually works as a U.S. attorney. It's just easier to call him a cop. I mean, I'm starting to hate this dude more than Stahl in freaking Sons of Anarchy, and I couldn't stand her. At least with Dre, he was a character that we all loved to hate. But Sax? Let me ask y'all a question. Did anybody really want to know more about Sax? Did anyone want to really know about his family life? No? Nobody? Nobody at all? Yeah, me neither. I swear, if this dude does not die by the time this season is over, I will literally come down, audition for the show, just so that I can play a character that kills Sax off. Now, these next few characters I'm going to talk about were hands down the true highlights of this entire episode. Mary J. Blige and Woody McClain as Monet and Kane Tejada. You know what? Now that I think about it, the entire Tejada family steals the show. All these dudes needed was 5 minutes of screen time, and already I wanted to know more about them. It almost makes me wish that this show was about them. They even managed to make Tariq more engaging to watch. Basically, Woody McClain, steals and chews every single bit of scenery that he can gather. And let's be honest, we all want to watch him whoop Tariq's behind just one time. Like, that one episode in Power just wasn't enough. Tariq needs a real butt whooping. A whooping that Ronnie got in the Players Club. Oh yeah, Tariq needs that. If he wants to be redeemed, he needs that. And then there's Mary J. Blige. The moment she steps on screen, she just says one line, and she seems like a more legitimate New York gangster than freaking Tasha after 6 seasons of this show. Then there's Method Man. Now, you know he's gonna give a cool performance in everything that he does. Method Man is one of those actors that whenever I see him, I just want to say what's up to him, because he's that cool of a dude. So automatically, he's gonna give a decent performance here. And this performance is really no different. Now, he does need more time before I consider him a highlight. He needs more time to develop his character, I suppose. And I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of miss Proctor. Side note, now that Tariq is in college, he now has 2, possibly 3 girlfriends if you include Effie. And I know Michael Rainey Jr. is going to be thrilled to work them scenes out and get a true college experience, man. But overall, I say that Power Book 2, aka Power Season 7, had a very solid start, and I look forward to the next episode on Sunday. And I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Now, tune in next week where we finally see the late and great James St. Patrick finally be laid to rest. And we get to watch as Tariq and Tasha lament over the bad decisions that they've made and pray to the Lord dear God that Tommy doesn't show up and mow them down with an AK-47 right at that graveyard. Peace!